Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today we're going to test out X Factor versus the AxMen. Now, this is going to be a punch up for me, I think. It's going to be a big battle, very difficult battle, a battle I think should not work out for the X Factor here. I'm going to use Silver Surfer just to give myself a chance. But look, this is almost a 100K punch up because my alliance mate Inept has one of the top 10 accounts in the game. I mean, look at his stars, look at his characters. And of course, I don't even have my 7-star in multiple man. I have only 4 red stars in Polaris. So I don't know if I'm going to have a shot. The other issue, of course, is that his team's going to get turn meter off of my dupes. So I can't use one of my very best attacks, or abilities here, which would be a distraction. So that's going to be a huge problem here. Really, my main hope is going to have to be to take out Beast early. And if I take out Beast early, I may have a shot. Oh, okay, we're going to take out Beast early. All right, so now they at least can't remove debuffs. And so now we're going to aim for Jubilee. All right, let's see. Okay, well, now they're putting some slow on me. We have no debuff removal. That's one problem. Now the question is, will he be able to go and get my dupe? All right. So here what it is I think he's got this on auto to see how it perform in auto. It doesn't matter because look at that. They're really going after they're going after Surfer, but they killed the dupe, but you know what? It's not enough. Even with the fact that they get turn meter off the dupes, it's not enough to take down X Factor because just their damage is so ridiculous. I mean, X Factor is an insane team, particularly when they're human controlled. Unbelievable. Shows the might of the X Factor team. I think a lot of people have been sleeping on how good this team could be. Can you imagine how good they're going to be when you have the 5th member? And I think what's really interesting here is, when you look at the X Factor team, they should have problems there, right? Because multiple man, even when I didn't use the dupe abilities, is going to be spitting out a dupe when multiple man is attacked. You also, have to deal with the fact that if you look at AxMen here, we'll look at Jubilee in a second. If you look at Jubilee, on enemy death, full astonishing X-Men ally speed bar by 25%. So you would think that this would go very well for them. It just wasn't enough. The interesting thing was, it seems like X-Men actually need a little bit of time to get going too. I think the teams that are going to give X Factor the most trouble actually are probably going to be the teams like Shadowland, which go so quickly and can just take somebody out. Like if they take out Longshot, it kind of takes out the engine for the team. But once they do get going, they are really, really powerful. And I think that's, one of the things that I would take from this is, even though she's 100 speed, like the same as Sinister or Black Bolt, she's still going to get going because of all the speed bar that you get from the long shot passive. And so right now I've got to say to you, I'm not even sure that she needs any T4s at all. I'm still testing. I'm still, seeing. But I'll tell you, I am punching up against all of Inept's teams right now with this. If they can punch up that high against AxMen, I think they can punch up against almost anybody on offense. Now, obviously on defense, you're going to have problems because your opponent's going to know that they should target the dupes. But otherwise, I think that this team is going to be strong enough to beat almost anything right now. So, you've heard people say this team's skippable. You hear them saying, oh, it's not one of the top 5, top 10, whatever it is teams. This is an amazing team. This is a Gear 15. This isn't even with the additional stars unlocked for Polaris. She does have a top 10 damage stat in the game. So you've got to think that once she gets up in stars and it's more of an even fight, this is going to be even more, more ridiculous. And look, with some of the T4s, this team could get even better. Flipping all regeneration to bleed here, doing even more damage to everyone because you're grouping them, right? She's kind of like Magneto, who I think is her father in the comics. In offense, getting war offense, maybe getting more health and barrier, which maybe you don't even need. So, this is very, very interesting. Now, what is the weakness of this team? One weakness, of course, as I said, is that they take a little bit of time to get going. Another weakness of this team is no cleanse. And so I do think for now, the best fifth member would really be someone like Emma Frost or Squirrel Girl if you're in Alliance War, if you're not using the Young Avenger team, which is, not one of the real top teams, just because she can cleanse and heal and all of that stuff. It'll be very interesting to see what the fifth character ends up being for this team. I think that fifth character could drive this entire team into a new level. Remember, we are comparing this team to full other squads. Now, obviously, we had an amazing fifth character here in Silver Surfer. I think that Squirrel. We could try these matchups with Squirrel Girl and see how they go. But I think that frankly, it wasn't Silver Surfer doing most of the work there. It really ultimately because he was just ability blocking Bishop, who's really not all that important. I really think that it's gonna be X factors to lose. Now, there are some teams that could potentially counter this one. That I think if this team was on defense, I mean, I do think the Symbiotes and AxMen, if they're human controlled and the X factor is controlled by the AI, I think they'll be good by targeting the dupes. I also think Brotherhood is a very good counter because Brotherhood blinds them and they don't have any debuff removal, and if they're blind they can't generate speed bar. So I think that's the obvious counter here. But I have to say, most if you build up your X Factor large, you're going to end up using them on offense anyways. In war, you're probably going to be using them on, let's say, arena offense. This is a team that is going to do really, really well on offense, and that's what they're made to do. Now, if you want to put them on defense, I think you're going to have to leave multiple man on the bench, and I do think we may end up seeing arena defense hybrids with, let's say, Longshot and Shatterstar and Silver Surfer and Doom or things like that, because of course these are all, these two guys are cosmic heroes. And I think we'll also have to check out how this team does in Doom Raid. Watch out for that video. That video is also coming to my channel. And of course, we're also going to be testing all of these characters in DD4 and seeing how they perform there. All right, guys, if you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel. Check out our Discord. We have a lot of great theory crafting conversations at the Discord. The link is below. And then also, we have a great Twitch stream. We often showcase stuff like this on the Twitch stream, and that is linked below as well. All right. Thanks again, guys.